we trust everybody that we got back there. And when they call your number, you got to be ready to go out there and roll, do your job to the best of your ability, and no matter who it is, you got to be ready to go out there and do it.
Corey, what's it been like for you to go through this process?
It sucks. This is the worst part about football, injuries and things like that. Got to fight through some things, fight to pain sometimes. But you want to get back out there as soon as you possibly can, but you also don't want to hurt the team. Obviously you want to be able to play and do the things you're supposed to be able to play well. So I feel pretty good. I'm working through some things, get back out there, get my feet under me. So for the most part, I'm all right.
How tricky are those soft tissue injuries to predict?
They're tough. They're definitely tough because, you feel good. You're doing the rehab and all that stuff. You feel great. You're doing your little running and stuff, and you're like, okay, I'm okay. But as soon as you go out there, we all know it's different levels to the intensity and things like that. So when you go out there and practice and when you're not thinking about things, you just react. Out of nowhere, you start to feel things and things like that. So sometimes you can take steps back and things like that. So you just try to avoid that.
When you guys have injuries, especially to Jalen right now, how big is it to have a guy like Rasul who has that experience?
It's great. That's a good thing about having a lot of guys that can play for you. Obviously, when guys go down, the next guy got to be able to step up. It's great that we got Rasul, somebody that we trust, that we think can go out there and make it happen for us. So, it's big for us. I'm glad that we got him, and I know he's going to go out there and do well.
Corey, what are you seeing from Dallas in the passing game?
They do a good job. It's Dak, he's making a lot of plays. Things like that. Obviously, he got that new weapon out there for him, so I'm pretty sure he's going to find ways to try to give him the ball. Zeke catches the ball out the backfield. Number 11 does a great job. He's a quick guy, make a lot of plays for him, does a great job in the slot. So, they got weapons. They just, we got to find a way to minimize them.
Working with Darren with his rehab, how's Darren Sproul's spirits been kind of through this process working out with you guys?
Obviously we've been around each other a lot over the last few weeks and things like that. Both of us want to be out there as much as we possibly can. It sucks being in the locker room, watching the games, and not being able to go out there and help your team. So we're just trying to support each other, trying to be there for each other. Obviously, you don't want no guy to have setbacks or anything like that. So we're just trying to work through it, trying to get back out there as fast as we possibly can.
Hey, Corey, what stood out about the way Avonte's made the transition?
Oh, man. As far as safety, going to safety?
Yeah.
He's a ball player, man. We already knew that when we had him at the nickel. The nickel's pretty similar. You got a lot of responsibility when you play nickel, so if you can learn that, you pretty much know you can learn safety. He's a smart kid. He's physical, and that's the difference right there. You got to be willing to tackle if you're going to play safety, and he's willing to do that. We already knew that when we seen him at gunner, the way he plays at gunner and goes down there throwing his body down. You kind of could tell that he got what it takes to play the position, and he's done a great job so far.
It's a transition that obviously you've made and Malcolm's made.
Yeah.
Is it hard for a corner to kind of wrap his head around that change?
The biggest thing is obviously you got to communicate a lot more. You got to study a little bit more because you got to make all the calls and stuff like that. So it is hard. It's not an easy transition mentally, but as far as playing, it's a lot easier. Coverage-wise, a lot of times you're covering tight ends and things like that now. So when you play corner and you try to transition to safety, it's a lot easy coverage-wise, but it's a lot harder mentally. And he's just done a great job. He's studying every day nonstop. He's picking people's brains, and he's doing a great job at it. So that's why the transition for him has been so seamless, because he's putting the work in.
Now that he's kind of proven that he can play free safety, does that, with you back, does that free Malcolm up to kind of be used more like he was when Rodney was in the lineup as well?
Yeah, that's the key. It keeps things the same. Because if he can just take over Rodney's role, then we can still do our same packages and our same things that we've been doing. So it doesn't so no one else have to change what they do. Because if I'm back there at free safety, now I'm doing something totally different than what I've been doing. Obviously it seems simple because you're like, it's safety, but it's not the same thing. It's a strong safety, it's free safety, and if you pay attention to the way Rob played, it's totally different than what Jinx actually do. And when I normally go and I'm doing what Jink do at strong safety, so it's night and day. So it's not as simple as people think it is. Obviously we all can do it, but it's a lot better if you can just stick and do what you normally do.
How much more comfortable are you at strong safety than free?
That's just what I've been doing since I've been here. If you pay attention to it, Rodney's always back there. So when you think about it, I don't even got to look at what he's doing a lot of times. I know what he's doing, but it's totally different techniques. So I'm more comfortable at strong safety, but realistically I can do both. It doesn't make a difference. But if we could keep our same packages, keep everything the same, I think it's better for us.
With guys in the secondary shifting positions all the time and injuries, how difficult is it to keep the same level of communication with everybody as they rotate in and out?
It's a little different. Obviously, you communicate with different guys and things like that. But for the most part, I think everybody knows what they're doing, so it makes it a lot easier. As long as everybody put the time in and knows what they're doing, then we'll be all right.
And how helpful is it to have Avante and Malcolm being, rocks at those positions the last couple of weeks?
Oh, it's good. I mean, the more Avante plays, the better he's going to be at it, the more comfortable he'll be at the position. So it just makes everything easy for everybody.